Balls on wait. Bring another video. Excuse me. Um, the Steiner Brothers. One of my favorite tag teams of all time. Um, now I wasn't a big fan of Big Papa Pump, okay, but I'm talking about the '89, the '90, the '91, the '92, the '93, the '94 Steiners, okay. During that period of time, they were the best tag team in wrestling. Okay, better than the Road Warriors. Who was Demolition? The Rockers, the Heart Foundation. Now, well, the Heart Foundation might give him a little competition, but during that time period from like '89 to like '93, '94, nobody's fucking with the Steiners, man. Nobody. Um, One of my best tag teams of all time. Scott, man, like I'm talking about the younger Scott was amazing. Okay, I mean, his suplexes was, I mean, y'all talk about Brock Lesnar Suplex City, but Scott was the original Suplex City. I mean, he had the best suplexes in wrestling, man. Rick, man, he had the best clotheslines. Like, I mean, that team complemented each other so much, and they didn't even need a manager. Like, they trying to throw, I think they had Missy Hyatt or something, or who they have a manager? Ted DiBiase or they don't. The Steiners didn't need no manager. All right, like that's how good they were. Like they didn't even have to talk shit. They just go out there and just wrestle. Now I seen this thing on Facebook about should the Steiners be in the Hall of Fame? Like hell yeah! Like the Hall of Fame got even the Dudley's not in it yet. But you know they was in TNA for a while, so that's probably why that's probably what held them up. But the Steiners, they went everywhere. Um, they up there with the LOD. I'm saying like when you think about best tag teams, the Steiner brothers right there. I'm saying, but I just don't know why they haven't been inducted yet. Um, Last year they had this year they had the motherfucking Bushwhackers in there. Like, are you serious? Now, no disrespect to the Bushwhackers, but that's the Steiners, man. Steiners wrestled motherfucking circles around the damn Bushwhackers, okay? Bushwhackers were just a fucking gimmick team. I'm talking about for the WWF time. Before I know they was ruthless, man, they was real violent and shit back in the day. But the Steiners is a way better tag team than the motherfucking Bushwhackers. I just don't know why they not in the Hall of Fame, man. You know, somebody tell me why they not in the Hall of Fame. I know Scott been in his bag with his promos and comments and stuff like that, but that shouldn't stop him from being in the Hall of Fame. Like I don't know what the thought process is over there in WWE, because Scott and Rick, man, was the shit. Okay, now if you have any questions about that, you can go watch the WWE Network and check out all the old NWA, WCW shit. Okay, from like 90, 91, 92, WWF 93 and 94. I'm saying to like early 94, whatever. So even when they came back to WCW like 96, 97, you know what I'm saying? They was still performing at a high rate before Scott started getting too damn big and he couldn't do most of the shit that he used to do. You know what I'm saying? But But I'm just talking about the Steiner Brothers, the tag team, as not as individual singles stars like Scott was when he turned on Rick, but yeah, I need to know why they not in the Hall of Fame. Why the Steiners not in the Hall of Fame? But we got the Bushwhackers in there and fucking Drew Carey. Like, get the motherfucking Steiners in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Before one of them pass away. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't 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 try to bullshit us and try to put them in when, say, if Scott passed away, which I hope he doesn't anytime soon. But if like Scott passed away, oh well, we're gonna try to put him in the Hall of Fame. No, put them motherfuckers in there. Put them motherfuckers in there right now. Put them in there in 2016. What the holdup is? They didn't kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? They didn't harm nobody. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have no lawsuits or anything. Triple H might not. Triple H might not like Scott, whatever, but but that shouldn't stop them from being in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they finally got the Warrior in there before you pass. They finally got Bruno in there. You know what I mean? Like, anybody that had a problem with Vince, most of the people came back or they got into the Hall of Fame. Bret Hart, Warrior, Hogan. Even Piper had a little beef with Vince. But everybody came back. Ric Flair. Everybody came back. Okay? Why aren't the Steiners in the Hall of Fame? I understand why Owen not in there. Or a Benoit. That's something entirely different. But if you're looking at the careers of the Steiner brothers, why aren't they in the Hall of Fame? So I need to figure that out, man. Vince, get it together. All right? I don't give a fuck if they been beefing for the last 10 years. You get them in there. All right? Because Bob's Movement says so. And I'm out. Deuces.